What's going on, guys? My name is Cyrus and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with some more MLB 20, playing some more Road to the Show. Since the last time that we played, we have finished the season like I said I was going to. It did not go well. At least not for the team. For the team, we ended up finishing 5th in the division. We were 18 games back. We finished 18 games below 500. Not 18 games. 8 games below 500. And in the wild card, we were 20 games back, so we were actually farther back in the wild card than we were in our division, which is not a really good thing. The Phillies ended up being the division winner and making the playoffs, which is kind of what I expected, to be honest, based on how the season was going. But for us personally, we had a pretty good season. We ended up being an all-star like you guys saw, but then we also ended up winning Rookie of the Year. We finished 2nd in the Hank Aaron Award voting. We ended up winning our first Gold Glove as a rookie, and we finished 2nd in Silver Slugger for shortstops as well, to Javier Baez. We ended up hitting 31 home runs and driving in 94 runs. Would have liked to get that runs up near 100. Probably would have won the Silver Slugger if we had, but I just couldn't do it. We went on a cold streak for like 2 weeks where I couldn't drive in any runs. Which kind of killed us. If we had been able to drive even a couple runs in there, obviously, we probably would have hit 100, but we couldn't. But we are at the postseason, so we're going to sim that real quick, and then we're going to get on the offseason. I don't know if I'm in line for another contract extension or not. Let me check. We are. So we should get a contract this offseason, which will be cool. We're going to stay with Miami now for at least this year. If Miami starts off really bad next year, I think we're going to ask for a trade again. But only if they start off really bad. I'd really like to make the playoffs with Miami. They haven't done it since 2003. Which is weird, because that was the year they won the World Series, and then they haven't made the playoffs since. Which is very rare, and it's a very Miami Marlins thing to do. But let's sim the postseason and see what we get for a contract. The Yankees end up winning the World Series in 2021, defeating the Dodgers. So the Dodgers have been to 4 straight World Series now and still haven't won one, which is unfortunate for them. And we're going to begin the offseason. View retired players. We only lost one. It was Colton Mahoney, who wasn't that good anyway. So I'm not real surprised to lose him. I don't see any big names. Zach Greinke retired. Justin Verlander retired. Never mind, that's a big name. Yeah, David Price retired, but he retired due to ability, not age. Johnny Cueto. Some guys that Jake Arrieta. Some guys that I grew up with, starting to retire now. Yeah, let's move out of that. No 2021 Hall of Fame inductees, though. Okay. That kind of surprises me, especially with Justin Verlander. View offers. A 1-year contract for $1.6 million as the MLB starter. That's all you're offering me, despite the fact that I just won the Rookie of the Year and almost won MVP. Seriously, let's up that a little bit. I want $7.5 million, and I want it over 2 years. And we ended up getting that. So let's sim the rest of the offseason. That's a pretty big number for us. We'll take that. Probably should be worth more, but are you solid on how your rookie contract works, or should we maybe go over that again? No, thanks, I'm good on that. I've played this game before. I understand how it works. How about just generally? How are you feeling about your situation? I don't need to get into that right now. Okay, Hyrius, fair enough. Enjoy the rest of your break. If we do bad starting next year, like I said, then we'll end up probably leaving the team. But I want to see who we get and all that stuff. And maybe we can win a couple games. Maybe make the playoffs for the first time in a while. Make Miami happy. Save baseball in Florida. Let's view lineups first. So we picked up Kevin Kramer. We kept Nick. We still have Vlad. Me. Jose Ozuna was a rookie near the end of the year. Dom T. Williams was another player we brought in. Anthony Santander, Jorge, and JJ. Really didn't add that many people. I don't think we really added anybody. Yeah, I don't see anybody on this team that wasn't here last year. So that doesn't make me feel confident in the team, but let's look at our rotation. Our rotation is actually just as bad as it was last year. We didn't add anybody again. What did we do in the offseason? We're going to sim spring training because I don't really need to do it. So let's sim spring training. Let's identify one aspect of your game you particularly want to hone in on this spring. Let's hone in on power and plate discipline. We hit 31 home runs, but I want to hit more than that. Spring training not going well for us so far, just to say the least. We'd like to move you over to primarily being a left fielder for us. Hyreus, it might actually suit your game, and the analytics suggest it could make us better. No, that's not in my plans. I don't want to be a shortstop. Or a left fielder. I know it might not have been in your plans, but we'd like to make the adjustment. Maybe it's best. What do you say? Honestly, I don't love being asked to do this. It's not my job to do what's best for this team and this organization, and some of those things come from upstairs. Respectfully, sir, I just don't feel great about this. Tell you what, I'll run it back up the flagpole. In the meantime, work to bolster up your positional skills. Ultimately, I'm not the decider of these things. I was a Gold Glover as shortstop last year. I made the All-Star team as a shortstop. You can't move me. Who do we start the season off against? We have a 3-game set against Atlanta to start off the season. I feel like to stay as a shortstop, I need to improve on my fielding, which is what they were talking about. My fielding isn't the best because I've been focusing on hitting. So I'll need to improve on that. Despite the fact that I won a Gold Glove last year, the game doesn't realize that. They just go based off of your stats. So, yeah, I guess we could probably improve on that. Game 1 of the new season, opening day in Miami. We have DeVivi on the mound. That's not how you say his name, but I don't know how to say it. So I'm just going to stick with Garcia. He went 8 for 11 with a 4.26 ERA last year. We need you to do a little better than that this year. And for them, they have Mike Soroka on the mound, who we went 7 for 15 against last year. So we hit him pretty well. So it'd be nice here to get another hit. And we do, and is that going to drive in our first run of the year at bat number 1? It does. We drive in our first run in our first at bat. And now it's 6-1. So what was 1-0 is now a 6-1 game. So what I'm seeing is this season's probably not going to go any better than last year did. Just based off the first couple innings. And now it's 8-1. I get that this lineup is good, but 8-1 in the first game. Come on, guys. Really the key to this year is we can't start off this year like we did last year. Last year we lost like 7 of our first 10 games. We got back to 500 eventually, and then we just started losing again. It wasn't a great year for us. We cannot do that again. Not if we want to make the playoffs. And if I don't make the playoffs, I'm going to be very upset. I don't want to spend my whole start of my career with a team that never makes the playoffs. Come on, give me one right down the middle. Easy fly out to left. Yeah. Oh, no, a double. It got over his head. It had more power than I thought it did. And we are 2 for 3 in opening day with a double and our only RBI. Go on to the bottom of the 7th. Still up, down 8-1. But a chance for me to drive in my second RBI. Ooh, I was way too far in front of that one. I thought it was going to be a little faster out of his hand than it was, and it just never got to the plate. It's ball 1. We went on a walk tear at the end of last year. We drew like 15 walks in our last month, which got our on-base percentage up to like 412. Considering we were only hitting like 340, to have a 412 on-base percentage, I will take that. Yeah, that's ball 2. I'm not going to swing at that, Mike. Come on, Mike. Also, I need to be clutch here. We left a lot of runners on base last year. We cannot do that this year if we want to be good. There are 2 outs, so he wants to throw me a strike. He does not want to walk me here. And he throws me a strike, and I don't swing at it because I reacted to it too late. He gets out of the inning. And we are back up in the 9th with the score 9-3. Come on. A double in the gap. Puts 2 on with Jose Azuña coming up next. And Jose has some power. He might have more power than I do. I doubt it. I hit 31 home runs. But he could. Oh, that's too far outside. If that had been where I wanted to be, I would have swung at it. I wanted it on the outside corner so I could extend, but not that far out. Why is it not swinging? That's twice that it's done that. And that's a ground out to short. So we go 2 for 5 in our first game. And we got the last out of the game. Today we have Jordan Yamamoto on the mound with a 3.63 ERA. In the first inning, there are already 2 outs, and he's only thrown 10 pitches. So that's a basic start. Fairly good, I'll take that. Oh yeah, I should definitely be a left fielder, not a shortstop. Definitely. I'm kind of actually upset about that. I am a shortstop, not a left fielder. Really, I'm a second baseman. But if you want me to play shortstop, I'll play shortstop. But I'm not playing left field. And that's a 2-run home run. And we are up 3-0. Let's go. First home run of the year. We started this year off a lot better than we did last year. We have 3 RBIs in our first 2 games. Trying to hit that 100 RBI mark. Trying to add another 40 home runs instead of just 30. Which would give us 70 through 2 seasons. Come on, give me another pitch to hit here. Give me another pitch to crush. It's 3-1, so they have scored a run. But 3-1's better than 9-1 like it was yesterday. It ended up being like 9-3 was the final score, but I'm exaggerating. Get off my back. And I hit the button too early that time, and we strike out. We have also struck out 3 times this year. Ooh, person on first again. Leave it up for me again. And I'll crush it again. Who is pitching for them? Who is this guy? I've never saw his name, so I don't know if I know who he is or what. Max Fried. I do know who this is. I lied. I do know who this guy is. Come on, Max. Give me a pitch. That's outside. You know you want to hang another one. Just let me crush it. Make it 5-1. Or I will pop it out to right field instead. Not quite one I wanted to do, but at least we got contact on that one. We didn't strike out. The stadium's actually almost full, which is surprising. That never happens in Miami. What is going on? Why are you guys here? We're used to playing in front of nobody. Are you just excited about this year's team, potentially? Or are you just here for the first week and then you're never going to show up again? Oh, I was too far out in front of it. Dang it, man. Come on, give me one on the outside corner. Or throw one in the dirt. That works too. Yeah, they have 20,000 fans here. That's the most fans they've ever had in a game. It's not actually, but it seems like it should be. People in Florida just don't like to go to baseball games, apparently, and I strike out for a 4th time in 2 games. We end up getting that win, so we split the first 2 games. That wasn't my greatest game, but we did hit a home run and drive in 2 of our 4 runs. Who do we have on the mound, though, today? Is today the old Houston starters' day? No, we have Jose on the mound. Makes sense. Jose's already allowed 2 runs. Also makes sense. Come on, Jose. Are you serious? There is no way I was that off on that pitch. Too early on a fastball? There we go. That gets through the infield. Underneath the diving third baseman's glove. I appreciate it. He didn't have to dive there. If he hadn't, he would have got there. But I appreciate him diving instead. Stealing second here, our first stolen base of the year. Well, it didn't turn into a stolen base, but it did turn into a hit and run. And we are standing on third now. First and third with nobody out. And Dom T. Williams up, and it's an 0-1 count, so he's most likely not going to strike out. Even a double play here scores me. Come on, Dom. And that is a double play, but I am still scoring. It is 2-1. Oh, 2 outs with the bases loaded. We're going to drive in a run while ahead or even in the count. I get bailed out. That's ball 2, so now we're even in the count. 2 straight strikes followed by 2 straight balls. And that drives in 2, maybe 3. Gives us the lead easily. And there we go. We are up 5-2. Let's go! 4-2, not 5-2. Top of the 6th now, still 5-2. Another double play here, hopefully. Second double play of the game. Oh yeah. Maybe not. We didn't get either out. I should have just went to first. And now it's 7-5 because I didn't. Dang it, man. Another home run? Or is that just a fly out? Nope, that one's just a fly out. That one doesn't quite get out. It was close, but he got to it. And now it's 7-5 in the 8th still. At least we haven't allowed any more runs. Okay, that's up and in. If we lose this game, I take full responsibility for it, to be honest, because we should be winning. That would have been our second out if I had just gunned it down to first. I don't know for sure that's what happened, but the fact that it's 7-5 after we were winning 5-2 makes me think that that's what happened. But Jose Azuna's up next, so if he walks me, Jose, you have a chance to drive in too with a home run. And he does walk me. That's my first walk of the year. And come on, Jose, be clutch. 1-1 count. Leave one for him to crush it. Come on, Jose. Drive me in. And yourself, preferably. Or ground out to third. Dang it, man. We end up walking off. Let's go. Thank you. I don't know how we walked that game off, but I am so happy. We went 2 for 3 in that game. Drove in 3 RBIs. A lot better start to the season this year than it was last year. We start off this season 2-3. Already doing way better than we were last year. Like I said, last year we started off like 3-7. So, and we beat a good Atlanta team. So, like I said, we end up winning 2 of our first 3. We lost our only MLB Network game, which is kind of annoying, but we won the next 2, and we walked off in the last one, which will give us some good momentum going into that Washington series. We're probably going to play this year the same way we did last year, where I play critical games. So the next game you guys see will probably be this Philadelphia series, because they're 3-1 already and are in our division, so we'll probably have to play that series on video, just because if we continue to win like this, we'll probably be the top 2 teams in the division at that point. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, though, so. But if you guys want to see anything particular in this series, let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!